Breaking news just hit the internet like a tidal wave. And baby, it's messier than Drake's last breakup track. Fans are shocked, insiders are scrambling, and Champagne Papi himself, well, he just broke his silence in the most dramatic way possible and made everything way worse. Yes, you heard that right. Drake, the sixth god, the boy who rarely flinches under pressure, is out here begging fans to calm down. And trust, it backfired hard. So what exactly went down? Well, it all started with a lawsuit that was already turning heads. But then Drake took to social media, probably thinking he could smooth things over, and ended up pouring gasoline on an already out-of-control fire. Receipts were dropped. Fan pages exploded. And now everyone from his legal team to his close inner circle is reportedly trying to do damage control behind the scenes. And you know what really got fans spiraling? The tone in his message. It wasn't confident, it wasn't chill, it was desperate. Like a man who's finally realizing this scandal might just hit him where it hurts most. It's his legacy. But y'all haven't heard the half of it. Because what happened after that post? You grab your tea, your phone, and your group chat, because this story is just getting started. The moment Drake's lawyer first filed that lawsuit, rumors exploded across fan sites. Is this a money grab? Is this a threat? Emotions ran high before anybody even knew all the facts. And then comes Drake's reaction. Social media post, tears in his emoji, begging the hate to stop, and suddenly the situation transformed from legal battle into full-blown chaos. It all began with a mysterious claim, filed quietly in a courthouse in Toronto. The plaintiff alleged that Drake used an unreleased verse in a hit song without permission. At first, fans shrugged. After all, lawsuits in the music game aren't unheard of. But then leaked documents surfaced. Screenshots of contracts, alleged voice memos, and cell phone recordings. The receipts went from 0 to 100. The family was left divided. Insiders whispered that someone close to Drake leaked the documents deliberately to force him to respond, and respond he did. Late that night, in the quiet hours when Twitter lights flickered to life, Drake posted a message on his story. I never meant to hurt nobody. Please stop the hate. Let's talk like grown folks. Fans were shocked. People screenshot it immediately. But instead of quelling rumors, it ignited them. Critics said it sounded weak. Friends in his circle panicked. The weight of public perception pressed down. Inside Drake's inner circle, tensions escalated. His cousin, always protective, texted him, "You sure you want to post that? This could get worse." And Drake, in a rare emotional moment, allegedly replied, "I'm tired of silent killers. I gotta address it." That response leaked. Now the narrative changed. Drake wasn't just defending a claim. He was giving hints that there's more behind the lawsuit than meets the eye. On the plaintiff's side, they countered with their own leak, an alleged DM conversation with Drake's team months prior, in which the plaintiff claimed they asked permission, got ignored, then recognized the verse in full release. The texted reply, "I'll look into it," but then silence. Fans circulated this leak as proof that Drake was messing around with artists behind closed doors. Reactions flooded social media. Did he silence them? Was he disrespectful? Can't believe he'd do this to someone trying to collaborate. As the leaks piled up, social media factions emerged. Some defended Drake, king of his craft. Don't believe clout chasers. He's being attacked unfairly. Others attacked hard. You can't beg fans to stop hate after shady moves. Use receipts, not tears. He's playing victim. And then a third camp formed. This is industry shit we never see. Fans creating hashtags like hashtag Drake stands alone, hashtag Drakterson, hashtag Stop the Hate Lawsuit Edition. But what really made hearts pound was inside whispers among people close to Drake. An alleged conversation between two producers, recorded by a third, began circulating on private WhatsApp groups before leaking publicly. In the recording, one says he's losing control. The more he begs, the more we're going to dig. The other replies, we already have more than enough to bury him, but we hold it until he speaks too much. That whisper turned into threat. And once that leaked, dread spread through Drake's team like wildfire, and just when things couldn't get more volatile, his sister stepped in. Yes, Drake's sister, the one who rarely speaks, put up a story. A black screen. No words. Just an image of a broken glass with water drops. Fans immediately speculated, symbolic message. Shattered reputation. Will she break silence next? That silent act crushed the internet for hours. Meanwhile, the plaintiff's camp doubled down. They dropped a small clip. They said it was a recording where someone, sounding like Drake, admitted, "I know you reached out. Sorry I didn't answer. But I didn't want this to leak." That clip made fans tear up humanizing Drake. But many questioned the authenticity. Skeptics asked, was that doctored? Did they trap him? Are we being played? Inside Drake's camp, panic. The publicist reportedly urged him to stay off social media for 48 hours to let things cool. But Drake, emotional and under pressure, allegedly ignored that. Instead, he drafted a second post, longer, more heartfelt. Before it went public, someone reportedly showed it to his inner circle. And one aide supposedly gasped, "This is too vulnerable." That draft post itself was leaked in part the first 200 words, and fans saw him saying, "I never wanted to be a villain. My intent has always been integrity." Damn, how did it get here? Some said it was staged. Others said it was genuine. Matters escalated when a popular rap news channel got hold of that draft and aired clips, speculating Drake's tears are a show. They titled their video, "Drake's Desperate Plea." Is it real or scripted? That pushed the narrative further into the public drama sphere. Now everyone was watching, taking sides, analyzing tone, grammar, emojis. Around this time, rumors spread about his family. Some insiders said Drake's father contacted the plaintiff offline, offering a settlement under condition of silence. But allegedly, the plaintiff refused. Rumor mills said the plaintiff demanded public acknowledgement and credit. If true, it would mean this lawsuit was never about money. It was about respect, legacy. And Voice. Add to that, friends of Drake allegedly called up mutual collaborators, telling them to stay away until the storm passed. One producer texted, "I gotta distance myself. I ain't getting mid in a war zone." That text screenshot leaked too. Fans felt it, loyalty being tested, alliances shifting in real time. The family, the friends, all under strain. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. Someone leaked a private voice memo from an unknown woman saying, "I tried to warn him this would backfire. You can't beg the masses after you've done wrong." The voice was shaky but determined. Fans speculated, was it an ex? Was it a collaborator? Was it someone hurt by Drake's actions? The mystery gasped things even louder. And deep in the night, a blog surfaced claiming that months ago, the plaintiff was offered credited feature instead of legal action, offered a seat on a small tour leg, a share of royalties, but was allegedly ghosted. The blog posted emails, offer letters, and rejection notifications. The claim, the offer vanished when the plaintiff pushed back. Social media seized on this as the real motive. It wasn't theft. It was closure denied, so now we have multiple narratives. The plaintiff says they asked, got ignored, then got used. Drake's side says there was no ill intent. Fans are torn, alliances shifting. Emotion is high. Rumors circulating that Drake's next move might be legal countersuit, or he might step down from some projects. Insiders whisper he's considering retreat, damage control, apology tours. But here's the thing. The more he begs for the hate to stop, the more people demand answers. You can't ask the public for mercy when you hold receipts against them. Fans are emotional, egos are bruised, rumors are weaponized. Things are far from over. And somewhere, behind all these leaks and posts, someone is orchestrating. Someone has motive. Someone wants to see Drake weakened, or maybe exposed. Betrayal is brewing in shadows. And in the next chapter, we'll dig into family reactions, hidden alliances, and the heartbreak moments fans weren't allowed to see. Stay ready, The night after Drake's desperate plea, the whole internet seemed to be holding its breath. But behind closed doors, things were anything but calm. The family was left divided like never before. Sources close to Drake's camp spilled that his mother was furious, not just about the lawsuit, but about how her son was handling it. She's always been his biggest supporter, one insider revealed. But this time, she felt he was begging too much, like he was showing weakness. Allegedly, she warned him, "You don't beg fans, you give them a reason to believe." But Drake, caught in the storm, reportedly responded, "I'm just tired of the hate. I need peace." This emotional conflict sparked a rift between Drake and his siblings. One of them was rumored to be pushing for a more aggressive public response, a counterattack. Lawsuits of their own, a full media blitz to clear his name. But Drake was leaning the other way, trying to keep the water calm. The family dinner table was said to be tense, with arguments over strategy, loyalty, and reputation. At the same time, friends who once stood by Drake started distancing themselves. A famous rapper who's been a longtime collaborator was caught on a leaked phone call saying, "This ain't the Drake I know," begging for hate to stop. Nah, that's weakness. The clip went viral and fans exploded. Social media fed off this like wildfire, with hashtags like #DrakeNeedsHelp trending worldwide. Meanwhile, plaintiff's supporters weren't backing down either. Fan accounts started posting their own receipts, screenshots of conversations, old photos, and even unreleased demos. One user tweeted, "If Drake wanted peace, why ghost the plaintiff for months?" Another wrote, "The industry's biggest smile hides the deepest secrets." And then, out of nowhere, an alleged text message from Drake leaked where he reportedly wrote, "I never wanted it to come to this. If only I handled things differently." Fans were torn between sympathy and suspicion. Was this a genuine apology or another public relations move? The emotional roller coaster wasn't stopping. But the biggest shock came when Drake's longtime manager finally broke his silence. In a rare interview, the manager said, "We are deeply hurt by these accusations, but we respect the process. Drake is a human being with flaws, but he's committed to making things right." The interview was seen as a subtle defense, but also an acknowledgement that the situation was more serious than previously thought. Amidst all this chaos, a surprising alliance formed. A prominent producer known for staying neutral stepped in publicly, saying, "I believe in second chances." But the truth must come out. No one is above accountability. This statement was seen as a hint that more industry insiders were ready to speak out, and that the lawsuit might just be the tip of the iceberg. Meanwhile, the plaintiff's lawyer dropped another bombshell. A video allegedly showing a private meeting between Drake and the plaintiff months before the lawsuit, where tensions ran high. The plaintiff accused Drake of dismissing their concerns, while Drake's team claimed it was a friendly discussion. The video's audio was unclear, but fans dissected every second, creating endless speculation. And just when the public thought the drama couldn't get messier, a trusted source claimed that Drake's label was considering delaying his upcoming album release, fearing the lawsuit's fallout would hurt sales. Insiders whispered that sponsors and brand deals were also on thin ice. The business side of Drake's empire was shaking. And that added a whole new layer of pressure. Then came the whispers about Drake's mental health. Friends reportedly expressed concern, saying he seemed stressed, withdrawn, even distant in recent weeks. One close source shared, "He's usually calm and collected, but now there's a different energy, like he's carrying a weight he can't shake." Fans flooded Twitter with supportive messages, but some also questioned if the lawsuit would permanently change the star. And the drama wasn't contained to just legal and personal spheres. Social media influencers and YouTubers capitalized on the story, dropping videos titled "Drake's Meltdown Explained" and "Why the Sixth God is Losing Fans Fast." Their hot takes fueled the fire, making it impossible for Drake to stay under the radar. With fans divided and family tensions high, the story took another turn. Leaked texts from someone claiming to be a former insider revealed that Drake's team might have known about the potential lawsuit months before it happened. If true, this suggested preemptive damage control, and fans felt betrayed. The hashtag Drake cover-up started trending, with people demanding transparency. And then, in a move that shocked even loyal fans, Drake reportedly canceled a highly anticipated concert last minute, citing unforeseen circumstances. Rumors swirled that the cancellation was linked to the lawsuit fallout, with some fans accusing him of trying to avoid public appearances until the heat died down. The backlash was immediate. But perhaps the most gut-wrenching moment came when Drake's longtime romantic partner posted a cryptic message on Instagram. "Sometimes love isn't enough when the world's against you." Fans went wild with speculation. Was this a hint that the lawsuit and ensuing hate were impacting their relationship? Was Drake truly alone in this battle? As the story grew, so did the conspiracy theories. Some claimed the whole lawsuit was a setup by industry rivals to take Drake down a notch. Others said it was a genuine fight for respect from an overlooked artist. And then there were those who believed Drake was playing the victim for sympathy points. Amidst the chaos, one thing was clear: the emotional stakes were sky high. Drake's legacy, relationships, and mental health were all on the line. The public wasn't just watching a celebrity lawsuit. They were witnessing a man grappling with the consequences of fame, power, and the price of silence. And just when fans thought they'd seen every angle, an unexpected twist came. A leaked DM from Drake to a fan saying, "Sometimes the hardest battles are the ones no one sees. Thank you for staying." That message humanized him for some, but for others, it felt like damage control disguised as vulnerability. The storm was far from over. Family drama, friend betrayals, industry whispers, public outcry. Every piece added fuel to the fire. And as the lawsuit dragged on, so did the online war. With every new leak, every post, every comment stir right when the world thought they knew all there was to know. The behind-the-scenes drama exploded in ways nobody could have predicted. Sources close to Drake's camp reveal that his closest friends and collaborators were caught in the middle of the chaos, forced to pick sides, or worse, play both sides. One longtime producer, who had been a quiet voice of reason in Drake's career, suddenly went silent. Rumors swirled that he was upset about how Drake handled the lawsuit, feeling blindsided by the public begging. An alleged leaked conversation between him and another artist painted a picture of frustration. He's losing control, and it's dragging everyone down. That message went viral, dividing fans into Team Drake and Team Producer. Then there was the shocking revelation about a former best friend, someone who had been by Drake's side since early days, but was now allegedly talking to the plaintiff's camp. Insiders whispered that this friend had a falling out months ago and was now leaking confidential info, stoking the fire. A text exchange leaked where this friend said he can't keep hiding behind the fame. People deserve the truth. Fans were left questioning loyalty and trust. Meanwhile, the plaintiff's side dropped yet another bombshell. A series of alleged emails surfaced, showing that Drake's team had offered a settlement, but with strict non-disclosure agreements and no public apology. The plaintiff rejected, demanding transparency. Fans rallied behind the plaintiff, flooding Twitter with support and accusing Drake of trying to buy silence. The heat was unbearable. Drake's legal team reportedly scrambled to contain the leaks, but every attempt seemed to backfire. In one instance, a cease and desist letter meant to intimidate a fan page only resulted in more attention to the lawsuit details. The family was left divided as some members pushed for aggressive legal tactics, while others begged for public forgiveness. Amidst the chaos, a leaked voice memo from Drake surfaced where he sounded exhausted and defeated, saying, "Sometimes the price of success is more than you can bear. I'm human." That clip humanized him, but also deepened the drama. Fans debated if it was a genuine cry for help or a calculated move to gain sympathy. And if you thought the emotional roller coaster was over, Wait till you hear about the fallout with Drake's romantic partner. After her cryptic Instagram post, insiders said their relationship hit rock bottom. One source said she's tired of the constant drama and feels drained. It's affecting everything: trust, love, even their future plans. Rumors started flying about a possible split, and fans were heartbroken. But here's where things get really messy. Apparently, Drake's manager was caught in the middle of a power struggle within the team. Some accused the manager of leaking private info to the plaintiff's camp to protect themselves in case things went south. Leaked texts between manager and unknown contacts hinted at secret deals and shifting loyalties. The scandal left the family shocked and trust shattered. And while all this was unfolding, the internet never rested. A popular YouTuber dropped a deep dive video titled "The Real Reason Drake Begged for Hate to Stop and Why It Blew Up." The video analyzed every post, tweet, and leaked message accusing Drake of playing victim to save his brand. It racked up millions of views and comments, keeping the drama front and center at the same time. The plaintiff's fans weren't quiet either. They launched a coordinated campaign sharing personal stories of being overlooked or silenced in the music industry. Hashtags like #VoicesHeard and #JusticeForArtists trended, turning the lawsuit into a symbol of a bigger fight, not just between two artists, but an entire culture. But amidst all the public noise, the most gut-wrenching moments happened behind closed doors. Sources revealed that Drake had private meetings with his family where emotions ran so high, security was called. One family member said it wasn't just about the lawsuit. It was about what Drake was willing to sacrifice to keep his empire intact and what he wasn't. These moments showed the true personal cost of fame. And just when it seemed the drama might settle, a surprise leaked text from Drake's sister surfaced. In it, she warned, if this keeps going, nobody wins. The family breaks and the fans lose. The message hinted at internal pressure for Drake to either fight harder or step back. Fans read into this, wondering if the family might force a public statement or even a confession. Meanwhile, the plaintiff's legal team surprised everyone by requesting a private mediation session, a rare move that signaled they might want to resolve things quietly. But sources say Drake's camp is hesitant, fearing it would require public admissions or unfavorable terms. The possibility of a drawn-out legal war looms, with no end in sight then. An unexpected twist: a leaked email chain between Drake's PR team showed plans for a comeback strategy, including surprise singles, carefully crafted interviews, and social media cleanups. It was clear Drake's team was already thinking beyond the lawsuit, trying to salvage his reputation and reconnect with fans. Fans responded with mixed emotions. Some were hopeful, eager to see Drake rise above the mess. Others were skeptical, convinced the comeback was just damage control. Debates raged on social media, dividing fan communities and making the situation even more unpredictable. And just when you thought the story couldn't get more complicated, a private video surfaced showing Drake in tears during a late-night phone call with his mother. The emotional clip revealed a vulnerable side rarely seen by the public, a man fighting to hold on to his family, his career, and himself. The video broke hearts and fueled speculation that this saga would change Drake forever. All these layers of betrayal, heartbreak, and public scrutiny created a perfect storm. It wasn't just a lawsuit anymore. It was a battle over legacy, trust, and survival in an industry that demands perfection but rarely offers forgiveness. And as fans waited with bated breath for what would come next, everyone knew this was far from over. The next chapter promises even more jaw-dropping revelations, unexpected alliances, and a showdown that could redefine the game. Stay tuned, because the next part will reveal the explosive aftermath. Who will rise, who will fall, and what this all means for Drake's future in music and beyond. .ng. The pot further. The aftermath of the leaked videos, texts, and heated public battles shook Drake's world in ways no one expected. The family was more fractured than ever. Sources revealed that some family members were now openly siding with the plaintiff, claiming they wanted Drake to face the truth and take responsibility. This division left Drake feeling isolated, a king losing his kingdom. Meanwhile, friends who once rushed to his defense began to step back quietly. One close confidant said, "There's only so much loyalty you can offer when the situation keeps worsening. Everyone's scared of being dragged down." Rumors circulated that a few longtime collaborators were reconsidering future projects with Drake, not wanting to be tainted by association. As the pressure mounted, Drake's mental health reportedly took a nosedive. Insiders spoke of sleepless nights, anxiety attacks, and moments where he questioned everything: his career, his relationships, even his identity. One source described a heartbreaking scene. He broke down in the studio, telling a friend, "I don't know if I can do this anymore." Fans responded with an outpouring of support on social media, flooding hashtags with messages like #StayStrongDrake and #MentalHealthMatters. But the public drama wasn't slowing down either. After the canceled concert scandal, rumors spread that Drake was planning to take a hiatus, a break from music, social media, and the spotlight. However, insiders hinted that this was less of a choice and more of a forced move. As brands started distancing themselves, pulling sponsorships quietly but decisively. Then came another shocker. A former industry insider leaked confidential contract details, allegedly showing that Drake's record label was pressuring him to settle the lawsuit quickly, not for justice, but to protect their own financial interests. The documents suggested the label feared the scandal would impact upcoming releases and investor confidence. This revelation sent fans and critics into a frenzy, accusing the label of prioritizing money over truth. Amid all the chaos, the plaintiffs' camp gained momentum. They released another batch of receipts, behind-the-scenes footage, audio clips, and even messages from other artists allegedly supporting their claims. Social media erupted, with fans organizing online rallies and charity events to raise awareness about artist rights and industry accountability. And yet, despite the onslaught, Drake refused to go silent. In a surprise late-night live stream, he addressed his fans directly. The rawness of the moment shocked everyone. "I know I messed up," he admitted, voice cracking. "I'm human, and sometimes that means falling. But I'm not done fighting." The live stream garnered millions of views and sparked heated debates across platforms. Was this genuine redemption, or just another public relations stunt? Add to that the emotional toll on Drake's romantic relationship. Insiders reported an emotional confrontation between Drake and his partner, where accusations of neglect, secrecy, and mistrust surfaced. The couple reportedly went into counseling, but fans remain divided over whether their relationship can survive the ongoing storm. Then, the industry's biggest twist dropped like a bombshell. It's an unexpected alliance between Drake and one of his fiercest critics. Sources claim they met privately, hashing out terms for a public reconciliation that could shift the narrative entirely. While details are scarce, insiders hint at a possible joint project or public statement, aimed at healing the rift and controlling the damage. This revelation divided fans again, some hopeful for peace, others suspicious of ulterior motives. The hashtag #DrakeXCRITIC trended overnight, with fans speculating endlessly on what this alliance means for both artists and the lawsuit. Meanwhile, the lawsuit itself took a shocking turn in court. Confidential testimony leaked, suggesting new evidence that could completely change the case's direction. The public was kept in suspense, with legal experts debating possible outcomes. Some believed this could finally clear Drake's name. Others thought it would only deepen the scandal amidst all this. Social media, influencers, and commentary channels played a huge role in shaping public opinion. Viral videos dissected every move, from Drake's emotional live stream to the leaked texts, fueling the fire and ensuring the story stayed front and center. Fans were glued to their screens, hungry for the next revelation. But just when it seemed like the storm might finally settle, a final twist emerged. An anonymous source close to Drake revealed that the whole lawsuit might have been orchestrated to teach Drake a lesson. by powerful figures in the industry. If true, this theory suggested that the scandal was part of a larger game, a battle for control, influence, and dominance in the music world. The possibility of such a conspiracy added an entirely new layer of intrigue. Fans debated endlessly. Was Drake a victim of industry politics? Or was this just another chapter in his complicated story? And so here we are at the edge of a cliffhanger. Drake's career hangs in the balance. Family torn apart. Friendships strained. A romantic relationship on the rocks. And a lawsuit threatening to change everything. The public waits with bated breath. Will Drake rise from the ashes? Or will this be the downfall of one of the biggest names in music? What happens next could redefine the music industry, celebrity culture, and the cost of fame. But one thing is certain, this story is far from over. Stay tuned, because the final showdown is coming, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's about to unfold. So here we are, at the crossroads of one of the most explosive celebrity scandals we've ever seen. Drake begging fans to stop the hate didn't calm the storm. It only poured gasoline on the fire. The family divided, friendships fractured, and the music industry buzzing with whispers of betrayal, cover-ups, and secret deals. Emotions ran high. And the public watched a superstar's empire shake under the weight of accusations and heartbreak. But what's the truth? Is Drake genuinely seeking redemption? Or is this all a carefully crafted image to save his brand? Did his team mishandle the situation? Or is the lawsuit part of a bigger industry power play, with leaked texts, emotional breakdowns, and surprise alliances? The lines between fact and fiction blur, leaving fans shocked and hungry for answers. Now it's your turn. What do you believe? Is Drake a victim caught in a web of deceit? Or is he responsible for the chaos surrounding him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because we need to hear from you. Your opinion could shed new light on this mess. If you're as shook as we are, smash that like button. Share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a beat. This story is far from over, and we'll be here to bring you every wild update, twist, and revelation. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Because when it comes to Drake and this lawsuit drama, the next chapter is always just around the corner.